out in LA with my hitters like YG. My sneakers Y3, big Benzes, you know me. It's the one and only, big homie from NC. This the high key.
Me being from North Carolina, right? You know, being from the country, and unite. You know, I will always, you'll hear me go back to that saying. They says a saying in education: you can't be what you can't see. You know, so like for me being here, or even when I was young and I got a chance to like go to the big city or something, like just to see, you know, all the big buildings or the big houses, everything, it gave me like hope. It gave me to know something more was out there, you know, coming from where I'm from, and it's, you know, trailers everywhere, no big houses and things like that. So that it gave me something to dream for. And even now I find myself, you know, 40 years later, you know, right now that's all I'm doing. I'm looking at these nice houses, I'm visualizing, I'm looking and I'm imagining certain thing, and that imagination, that Einstein said, imagination is the preview to life's coming attraction. And that's what I do. I used to tell people when I was young, I live in my head. And what I meant is, like, I had to take myself out of the environment that I was in, and that's something you'll hear me say now. One of the secrets to life is, I believe, is you have to live in your mind where you want to be. You know, you might be physically stuck in an environment, whether it's a negative environment, a toxic environment, you know, environment that's not healthy for you. But if you live in your mind where you want to be, what that does is it kind of pulls you somewhere and it gives you something bigger. And it's like when you face that day-to-day adversity and those challenges, it gives it more meaning. Then, you know, then you start to, instead of you looking at yourself and like, why is this happening to me, and making it about that, you understand it's a bigger cause and a bigger thing that you're fighting for, and you got to go so far that you understand it's going to be, you know, potholes and things like that on the way, but you know, you mentally prepare for them because you have that long-term vision. So, you know, one time when they used to tell me to, you know, have goals and this and that, I used to, you know, didn't think it was important as it is. But the older I got, I learned that not only is it important, it's important to write them down, to look at them and know them, because what you're trying to do with all of this, you're just trying to train your mind. You're just trying to program your mind and take it back, because you got to think, if you don't program your mind, somebody's gonna program it for you. So for me, you know, doing all of this, you know, even being able to jump in here and it's like, oh, it's surreal. You got to think, what was this $200,000 car? I grew up in a trailer, man. I guarantee you it didn't cost $7,000, $8,000, $9,000. You know what I'm saying? So like the significance and the contrast, it keeps me humble, but it just helps me dream. And you'll always hear me say I'm playing with house money. It's like, you know, was never supposed to make it this far. So to be out here in Beverly Hills, riding in the back of the back, it's a dream come true. I like live the song. I feel it. You know, I see the movie playing in my head, and I take the song and I equate it to, you know, my everyday life. And if it's something that I can relate to, and I use it almost as a metaphor, you know what I'm saying, something symbolically or whatever. So when you see me singing certain tunes and everything like that, it's, you know, trust me, it affects me a certain way. So music is a big part of the motivation. It just all depends on what mode I'm in and, you know, where I'm trying to go. That's gonna be Jay-Z, AZ, and let me see who number 3. I'm gonna have to go with Jeezy, man. You know, Thug Motivation, man. It was a time in my life when he dropped, and you know, his music was parallel to my life, damn near. You know what I'm saying? So I felt it, and he speak the motherfucking that Thug Motivation. So yeah, we go J-A, and then Jeezy. Yeah, and I don't know if it's because, you know, when I was young and started with Reasonable Doubt, that I listened to the music so much and internalized it, and like they say, was it the chicken or the egg? What came first? I don't know, you know what I'm saying? But especially in hindsight, when I look at it, the music and a lot of things he's done, or maybe that's just me trying to do like he did and come out of Marcy and, you know, do what he did, and I'm trying to come off the dirt road and do the same, and that was my inspiration. But what I will say, what I loved about Jay is, when I listened to his music, you could see the growth, like where that parallel, like as he grew, you know, his music grew and it changed or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's like, and he kept growing, you know. One time it was the button-ups and the, you know, the jeans button-ups, you know, tell them young boys grow, you know, it was all of that, and he kept the swag with it. So, and he a businessman, you know what I'm saying? He go get to that bread or whatever. So, yeah, he's a great guy to emulate, you know what I mean? Come out of Marcy Projects and take it to $1 billion, you know what I'm saying? This where it go down at, right? This where all this hey, that's LA. I just knew it was gonna push me. It was gonna make me grow. Like, you know, I done said I was gonna do some things, and I was comfortable where I was, and they wasn't happening fast enough, and you know, I got a sense of urgency. And I said, A, let me get to LA. I don't know nobody, so to give me tunnel vision where I can really focus and do what I need to do. B, the weather. You can always pull a biggie going back to Cali strictly for the weather, women, and the weed, sticky green. You know what I mean? So it's progressive, man. You know what I'm saying? Coming out that dirt, I got to get where they moving a little faster and they getting shit done. You know what I mean? So, you know, LA just seemed like the place to be. New York was too cold for me, you know what I'm saying? Really, it wasn't no choice but LA. It had to be LA. I need my star on the Walk of Fame, so I got work to do. You know, one day, but I didn't know when, how, or what. And when I came, I just decided to pick up, like, you know what? I was talking about it, was speaking with Dana for, you know, a few years about, look, I'm gonna go to LA, let's do this, let's do that. And then it was like, you know what? It's now or never. And the one thing I didn't want was to regret the fact of not going and be like, you know what, I should have went when I had the chance and I didn't, and I can't take it back, so I couldn't live with that. So I was like, let me go see what's up. I was like, shit, I can always come home if it don't work out, you know what I mean? And that was my crutch for a minute, but that's why I had to burn the boats, man. I had to burn the boats so I can go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, this is home, this is it. You know, she put in perspective what mattered in life and time. She really gave me a sense of urgency. You know, I'm seeing that time pass in front of me, and I want to make her proud. I'm telling her that she can accomplish anything she wants in the world, and I got things that I want to accomplish that I hadn't really truly went after yet. So I said, how can I tell her that and I don't do it? And then I knew one day she was gonna grow up, and you know, I wanted her to be proud of me. So I said, I got to get to work now, you know. So that's what really made me jump out there, you know, face a few of those fears. I believe you create your own luck. I do. And so, yeah, I believe you create your own luck. I don't believe you can sit around and do nothing with life and just get lucky. And nah, I believe those that work hard, put themselves in position and do things, certain things happen for them, and then people say they was lucky or they just got lucky, but they don't see all the things that they was doing to be even in the position to get lucky. If they think they got bad luck, they got bad luck. Well, I mean, that's that. Like you say, if you start thinking like that, and because that's that victim mentality. Then now everything that happens, you look as it happens to you, and you start saying, you know, why me? And this happens to me, and you start saying it always does, and trust me, it always will, because you speaking that in there. And once you understand the energy and everything, you wouldn't even speak on yourself like that or be putting out that. Talking about things are bad for you. I mean, we all go through certain things. It's called life. You know, you're gonna be tested. It's gonna be some adversity, but it's gonna make you grow. You know, that's why you go to the gym, right? You work out, so you want to stretch that muscle so it can grow. And that's the same thing. Life gotta test you. Life is your gym. This too shall pass. There will be better days. Look at your situation right now as just a test that you're going through, and you'll be stronger on the other side. When they said what don't kill you make you stronger, it was real. You're gonna find out some stuff about you, some stuff you might didn't even know you had in you. So, you know, when you come out, you can do some better things. So we all go through it. So this bad time for you right now, that might look like a bad time, might actually be a good time, you know? So I just say embrace everything life throws at you, man, and keep going. Adversity is opportunity, and every problem there's a opportunity. So that's what you got to look for, and you get what you look for. So if all you see is a problem, that's all you're gonna get. Start to look for the adversity. See, ask yourself, what lesson is life trying to teach me right now? What do I need to gain from what's going on right now? That's what you need to do.
It's that high key, try me, I be out in LA with my hitters like YG. My sneakers Y3, big Benzes, you know me, it's the one and only, big homie from NC.